Good morning, Stronger Together team. How is everybody doing? Just something that has come across my path in the last little bit was people feeling that they are getting disenfranchised in their own homes with their kids and their spouses and friends, family. And what that is about, I feel, and that's only my opinion, is we got such new stresses on our family, such new unknowns that we don't know about, because I know that we actually put so much focus on planning and getting it right. But the person next to you, you still love that person, you still want to be with that person, you still want to spend your life with that person, be around that person for the rest of your life. It's just at this moment, we just want to make sure everything's okay. Because our governments are not doing it. Our government is not making it safe emotionally for us, financially for us. The government is not going to be there to support it. So the husband and the wife or the friend or the family, they're all working together to try and create as much security as possible in their own environment. This is what Stronger Together stands for. So what I want you guys to do is, when you're sitting there looking at your husband, your wife, or a family member that you feel like you're just living past each other, you still love each other, you still want to be with each other, but something's wrong. You guys just don't have that click at the moment. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. It happens when people freak out about what's happening in the future. And then you've got to throw in some mild depression and some family situation and something happened at work and something happened on the way to work and on the way back from work, and all those bits and pieces coming together, and then also worrying about the unknown for next week, next month, next year, because we don't know if the government's going to lock us down, not lock us down. Is the inflation going to go up? Is interest rates going to go up? We've got all this stuff to worry about, and all this sits inside of us. And what happens is, when it sits inside of us, we're trying to just work through these things. And sometimes it looks like we are not interested in anything around us. It's just our minds are so focused to what we've got to work through. We just miss things. So maybe take a time and just sit next to whoever you want to spend some time with. I did it last night with my wife. Just sit and watch your kids jump trampoline. Don't have to do anything specific. Just do that. And see. I mean, I'm not talking as a blanket statement to relationships. I'm just saying, of the people I've been talking to over the last 2 weeks, this is a little bit of advice that I said I would give. Is that sometimes we overthink certain things both ways. We overthink what's happening, and we overthink the things we don't have control over, and that becomes an obsessive thought of our life because we have no control over it, but we want to control it. So the more we want to control it, the more we realize we don't have control, and then everything falls apart. And then the person on the other side thinks you're not interested in them, thinks you don't want to spend time with them, or every time they talk, you're somewhere else. It's not because you're somewhere else, you're freaking out on the inside, but you don't want to tell them that, because then they freak out, and then everybody freaks out. So calm down. Sit next to the person you love and just stare at something. Just be together. And it's not going to make you freak less out, I don't know. It's not going to change much at that moment. But when you start realizing you are only in control, the only thing you are in control of is what's in here. That's the only thing you're in control of. Nothing else. So how you perceive and what you do, what you are in control of, is what's in here and how you think and what you're going to do every day yourself. Everything outside is smoke and mirrors. You have no control over the weather. You have no control if someone's going to drive into you. You have no control over your car unless you're driving it, but the engine could break at any moment. You have no control about pitching up at work and everybody's got COVID and you can't go to work. Or the government decides to lock you out of work because they want you to stay at home. Or making some rules about locking yourself in your house for 10, 20 days, whatever that is. You don't have control over that. There's people that have, you vote for those people. But you don't have control. So stop freaking out about that. Because there's stuff every day that you have control over, that you can actually mentally put focus onto, that you can actually change. And the way you think is the first thing. How you go to bed and what you listen and see and go to bed. Don't watch the news going to bed. That's silly. You're gonna go to bed depressed. Go to bed, read something positive, tell a joke. Don't go on Instagram and Facebook. It'll take you hours to go to bed. I know. In the morning when you wake up, do a Bible study. If you don't do Bible study, do a motivational speech. If you don't like motivational speeches, listen to some book that is just not negative. And you will slowly start putting the right stuff in you. And slowly start working your way through all the stuff that you can change. And when you realize you got to get rid of the stuff you can't change, you will be more relaxed. It's not necessarily going to fix everything, but you can actually approach life differently. So I want to leave that with you. I want to leave with you just what's in here is what you can change. Everything else, just take it as it comes. A lot of you would have heard the saying, you only live once. Do it. It's false. You only die once. You live every day. So live every day. And spend some time with the people you love. And the people you love understand. Me, I run a business. I'm busy. I work late. I get up early. But I have a family that understands. And our dynamic has worked. And my wife will very quickly tell me, you need to spend time with me now because she shows it. So be open with each other, trust each other, and be stronger together. Be stronger together in a unity in your household. Be stronger together as a unity in your family. Families are dysfunctional. They are. They scream and shout and they disagree and all that, but that's okay. That's part of family. Get over it and go with your family. Look after them. Because that's what you got. You only got one of them. Then, be stronger together in your workforce. Be stronger together in your town. There are people from America listening to this. There's people in South Africa. There's people in Europe. Be stronger together in your city. Be stronger together in your country. Just be stronger together. Don't just say stronger together. Because that's what it is. The movement is not just something we chant. It's something we live. If you have any comments, or you can DM me if you have any questions. If this touched you in any way and you want some further explanation, if you want anything specific you want me to talk about, just direct message me. If you don't want to put it in the comments, that's fine. And I'll do a bit of a post every now and then, because I feel people need to hear the reality of things. And I have people in my life blessed that tell me these things as well when I get into a flat spin. So please have a great day. Know you are worth it. People that you spend your time with will appreciate it, because you are worth it. You're worth every second of every day. Stay safe. Stay stronger together.